The coalition of northern groups, CNG, has warned against alleged unfair treatment of northerners in southern Nigeria, stating that it will no longer turn a blind eye to every provocation and unwarranted violation. You see how hypocritical these people can be. Just recently, what happened in Sokoto concerning Deborah's killing? Let's even leave the issue of religion. What has that got to do with Igbos who are on their own? They did not even say anything. They didn't even protest. They didn't raise an eyebrow. They didn't even make a statement concerning the issue. But your people went there to go and cause mayhem. What provoked them to go to that place? Nothing. This group did not come out. All the groups in the north, nobody said anything. Nobody, they didn't even condemn it. They were coming out to condemn the statements made by Deborah, but they didn't condemn their action against the Igbos. So now I don't even know why they are the ones who are always doing things in a bigger way to get at other people. That it is very, very obvious. But when you have a isolated cases happening in other regions, that is what they want to hold on. If really you guys are truthful, the incidents that happened in Sokoto, did you people say anything? Was it a Igbo related issue? No, it has nothing to do with them. But your people just went there because of it to just go and meet them. Not, and even the government, nobody even condemned it. The federal government did not condemn it. And the issue of Deborah, it took after 24 hours or 48 hours before the presidency of Buhari himself said something. And what he even said does not even make meaning. Now you are telling us that you not turn a blind eye. If really you are sincere, you always talk about one Nigeria. What provoked the incidents that happened in Sokoto that your people went to go and start destroying people's properties, especially the Igbos? Now you are telling us you are not going to turn a blind eye. I think the best thing is for you to be able to say, oh, because you guys always brag that you are the ones in charge of the country, that it will be better so that you be on your own, you can do whatever you want to do. Nobody's going to say anything that you have done or what you have not done. I think that's the best thing. If you don't even want, you can't be, it's not by force to be staying with people that you don't have the same ideology, you don't have the same thing that you share, things in common that you share together. Where Abdulaziz Suleiman alleged that northerners, particularly in the southeast, have become victims of attacks by members of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, and Eastern Security Network, who allegedly operates under the guise of unknown gunmen. In further, it further alleged that its people had become minorities in the region, citing the brutal murder of a mother and four of her children, all northerners, at a Isulo, Orumba North local government area of Anambra State by unknown gunmen. The group said this disturbing report comes on the trail of other attacks on northerners, citing reports of trucks driven by northerners conveying goods to the south set ablaze by the same unknown gunmen. It further expressed concern over the conspiracy of silence by the society, alleging that the story has yet to be reported by any of the national print and broadcast media, despite wide coverage by the social media with graphic photos of the mayhem, a sharp contrast to the reactions from society when Deborah Samuel, a young Christian lady, was killed in Sokoto over alleged blasphemy. Thank God you guys are even mentioning it. But when your people now went to go and, what has that got to do with the Igbos now? That your people went to go and destroy and looted their goods. But now you are mentioning it. But did you even condemn the acts of your people? The group stated that it had observed that the hypocrisy and cowardice of leaders from both the south and the north when they condemned the Deborah incident in Sokoto, but had refused to comment on the activities of Ipob and ESN terrorists, including the slaughter of a legislator. It further warned media operators of a boycott from northern Nigeria if they do not ensure balanced reportage of events and stop ethnic coloration of crime. A statement from the group reads, "The coalition of northern groups has taken stock of events unfolding in southeast Nigeria, noting especially the unrelenting attacks and killings of northerners passing through or residing among Igbo communities as minorities. We note that hate campaigns and propaganda being conducted and created by certain interest groups in the southeast in the form of regional and ethnic agitators have emboldened the outlawed terrorist Ipob ESN to carry out these unprovoked evictions, attacks, killings, destructions of properties and other forms of violations against northerners in various parts of the southeast. We are particularly disturbed by the report of the brutal murder of a mother and her 4 children for the only sin of being northerners. This followed other reports that some trucks conveying goods to the south were also set ablaze in Anambra at the weekend, and the drivers and other occupants were killed, injured, or disappeared without a trace. In sets of gory video clips trending online and seen by CNG, the victims were seen lying in the pool of their blood, with bullets spread around and a narrator speaking in Igbo saying everybody should look at this video, that they have shot a woman and her 4 children. They are from the north and they are shooting everybody they see on the streets, so people should be careful. Regrettably, we also note the manifestation of a dangerous conspiracy of silence when, days after the Sunday's killings of the northerners without any provocation, the story has not yet been told by any of the national print and broadcast media, despite wide coverage by social media with graphic photos of the mayhem and condemnation by security operatives, groups, and individuals. We have watched and studied these events carefully and with considerable restraint and maturity, to the point of condoning and accommodating several unreasonable and unacceptable actions that have been perpetrated against Nigerians collectively and Northerners in particular. The intrinsic bias of the media and the double standard, hypocrisy, and cowardice of regional, traditional, cultural, political, and religious leaders from both the south and the north have become more glaring when they condemned the Deborah incident in Sokoto, but conspiratorially and deliberately declined comments on the murderous activities of Ipob and ESN terrorists, including the slaughter of a legislator. We note also the deliberate attempt by the media and southern leaders to conceal the true identity of the murderous IPOB and ESN terrorists by concealing it as unknown gunmen, while in actual sense they are known. We are aware that the activities of the IPOB ESN terror groups are supported morally and politically by the vast majority of the pliant Igbo elites, politicians, traditional rulers, business persons, and the large population of this ethnic group. It is also a situation that feeds on the docility of the afflicted section of those who pose as northern leaders today. The recent attacks have pushed matters to a point whereby silence has become complicity and inaction is no longer an option, making it impossible for us to remain indifferent or silent in the face of such extreme provocations. As the representatives of various interest groups from northern Nigeria, the CNG today declares enough is enough. The North will no longer remain passive under such deliberate and sustained attacks on its people and interests, and we henceforth be enforced to react to every provocation and unwarranted violation. The North's resistance in speaking out or taking action is not born of fear or ignorance of how to respond in kind, and those who tempt us should know that the North is no longer going to turn the other cheek. We therefore invite the attention of southern leaders, their northern collaborators, and the bankrupt section of the northern political elite and other authors of mindless violence and separatism, who see it as their duty to actualize their father started in 1966, to remember that people from other regions are residing and doing businesses all over the north, and to warn them that we shall no longer be expected to turn the other cheek if northerners would not be protected wherever they live as minority in particularly Nigeria. We also warn media operators of an imminent boycott of patronage all over the north unless they change the main they change to being more restrained and balanced in their reporting of all situations in the country, particularly when matters coming from or affecting northerners are reported or commented on. We caution them to desist from and to eschew the slanted reporting of events with greater bias against a particular religious and ethnic group, as is witnessed in the reporting of security situations recently. We want that editorial policies and restraint imposed by ordinary decency and sanity must not be abandoned by the media establishment for sensational and often biased reporting that only inflame tensions in the country. These people, they can talk. We hear una. Yes, now if Boko Haram bandits and Esme they kill them, is that not a family matter? How would Southeast to be raising their hand against them? Not. Please leave the killing of to Boko Haram bandits, Esme, and poverty that is acceptable. If bandits kill in hundreds and Boko Haram in thousands and Esme in millions, that is family matter. It is not blasphemy. Thank you. Well, and which warning goes to the killers of 60 farmers in Borno State just yesterday, a region of backward and primitive mentality. Wow, breaking Boko Haram kill 60 farmers in mass attack in Borno, other missing, and they are not saying anything. Why are you not talking about all this killing in the northern Nigeria? Why are they not talking about it? Can you imagine? Well, because now family matter. Well, okay, oh. So we should not talk about them because of that, right? So guys, let's hear your opinion. These guys, they are something else. Of course, you have heard their message, and let's know what you think about it. Thank you.